Fit Nation, it is day 29. And that means we are into week 5. And this is the week that you will not, what? You will not quit, okay? Typically people during week 5, this is the week where we do tend to see people drop off. And so I want to remind you that you will not quit this week. And you will not quit in any of the subsequent weeks coming up, okay? So, I want you to remain, positive. I want you to persevere. I want you to be patient. I want you to promote yourself. And I want you to basically keep your head in the game and keep moving yourself forward, even if you feel discouraged, okay? All right, yesterday I talked about, there's a question, why two people in the same household who are I'm assuming, following the same amount of exercise, okay, they're following their macros, they're doing everything to the program, but one person is experiencing way better results than the other, okay? And I went through a few reasons. It certainly wasn't exhaustive. And the number one reason for this most likely is their NEAT, okay, which the non-exercise activity thermogenesis. The energy that's expended doing non-exercise type things, moving around the house, fidgeting in one spot, the amount of just tension that you have in your body. Are you a tense person? Are you a relaxed person? All these types of things. So, are you nervous? This type of stuff. This will all contribute to just extra energy output. Okay. Now, obviously, we're not including here the energy that's expended for digesting food. Okay, so there is that aspect as well. We are talking solely here about the energy that you expend when you are not, when you're doing non-exercise type, activity day to day. Now, one thing that I failed to mention was that, your BMR can be affected if you are a person that has gone through, and I'll talk about this in greater detail in the future, but if you are a person that has gone through periods of very low calories and then back to your regular lifestyle, and very low calories and back to your regular lifestyle, then, this can have a very bad effect on your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. And so, this is something that can be considered, and if you have a history of this, it's very possible that your BMR has not recovered. It's possible. I'm not saying that is the case, but it is possible, okay? That your BMR might be slightly lower than predicted. All right, and I'm going to sort of continue on this talking about your BMR just a little bit here, because somebody had mentioned that when they got their scan, they saw a drop in their muscle mass, and they also saw a drop in their BMR. Now, I went through a few videos ago and I explained why you might see a drop in your muscle mass. That is your estimated muscle mass. Now, if you did, the chances of your muscle mass going down are basically slim to none, because you're exercising, you're doing resistance-based activity, and you're eating more protein. It's very, very unlikely. And I mentioned to you that the reason why we get sometimes this result is because, there's various factors that can affect the amount of water in the muscle. And this will affect, and the machine doesn't know this, right? The machine just sees what it sees in terms of the total mass volume of the muscle. And so, consequently, this is something that's going to have some variability over time. So we can't really take the muscle mass reading that seriously. Now, if you came in and your muscle mass was down 5 pounds, okay, well, something's not right there, or if it's up 4 pounds or something. But when there's that variability of 1 to 2 pounds, and obviously the more muscle you have, the more variability there will be, you're going to see this, okay? So you cannot, I don't want you to, obviously you can get discouraged, but you shouldn't be by your muscle mass dropping, because this is just something that will vary, okay? I realize that I have it in the challenge as one of the goals, but it's not the pinnacle of the goal. We don't count it in the finale, just simply because there is that variability, okay? So don't be discouraged if you saw a drop in your muscle mass. Now, your BMR, if your muscle mass was predicted as going down, your BMR is going to show as lower. okay? So, again, I'm going to say that again. If your predicted muscle mass is down, your predicted BMR will be lower. So if you look at your scan and you say, well, my BMR is down from last time and my muscle's down, this is ridiculous. That's just because, like I said, your estimated muscle mass is down, okay? But it doesn't actually mean your BMR is down, because your muscle mass probably isn't down, all right? The water in the muscle will not account for your BMR, okay? It's your muscle tissue that will account for your BMR, okay? So your BMR is not dropped, okay? So don't be discouraged over this. All right, next question here. Which should come first? Weights or cardio? All right, well, if you're doing them back to back, your weights will come first 100%, okay? Then do your cardio afterwards, okay? Why is this? Well, for one, you want to conserve your glycogen for the weight training session. You'll feel stronger, and you need that energy for your weight training session. Okay, you need your nervous system to be fresh, and you need the energy in the muscle so that you can try to exceed or do better on the movements that you're doing week to week. Okay, and that will not happen if you are doing cardio before your workouts. Okay, so always do your cardio afterwards. Now, there's also the argument that post-workout doing your cardio, your glycogen levels are depleted, you're going to burn more body fat. I don't really know if there's any evidence of that, but there is, that idea put out there, okay, that you'll burn more fat if you do your cardio after your weights. I don't really know if that's true, but maybe it is, okay? All right, how many weight or cardio sessions in a row? My suggestion is to try to do do 1 or 2 weights in a row. Do 2 weights in a row max. Okay, especially with a 2-day split, like when we're doing like the whole body over 2 days. So that would be my suggestion. If you did 3, okay, you're not going to die, but definitely would not do more than 3. But I would say, to be safe, limit it to 2. Okay. Now, if you can do a day of weights and a day of cardio, day of weights, day of cardio, that will be a better way to go. Okay. Can you do 2 per day? Yes, you can do 2 per day. You can do a weight session, whatever, say in the morning, and do cardio later at night, or do cardio right afterwards. Or you could even do cardio before your weights, as long as there's a period between that, right? So let's say you get up first thing in the morning, which I've suggested. You do your cardio, and then, later on that night, you do a weight session. That would be totally fine, okay? All right, I think that answers everything. How am I doing for time? Okay, 8 minutes. All right, let's get to the message of the day. It's totally fine. It's totally okay if you want to quit. It's totally fine, just so long as you don't. Okay, so it's totally fine to have these feelings and these thoughts. It's okay. Just don't actually quit. All right, you will not quit. Right? You're going to keep at this. And I guarantee you, if you keep at it, I guarantee you will see more results. Just be patient, persevere, and stay positive, and things will happen, okay? Submit, commit. Positive energy, positive vibes. Believe in yourself, and give some gratitude. I will talk to you guys all very soon. See you guys.